Welcome to Community Shield, a program brought to you by the Houston Police Department. Today, we are having a special broadcast. Today, we will be from High School for Law and Justice, an HISD school that is hosting this amazing day. It's called Law Day. Now, you're also going to be seeing footage at San Jacinto College where we were hosting a career day. So we're going to have these two events. You're going to see them intermittently here in this broadcast for Community Shield. We want to thank our friends from Heraldo Media Group, our friends from Now Media, for allowing this broadcast to occur. And of course, our chief, Troy Finner, for also trusting in the material that we are putting in our social media. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And of course, for those of you that are joining this broadcast, I would love for you to use your smartphones right now and share this broadcast and let the entire world that Community Shield of the Houston Police Department is on the air. Today, we're going to hear professionals from different agencies. We have Harris County Sheriff's Office in full force representing here in Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice High School. We have officers from the Houston Police Department and different agencies that will be speaking to students on Law Day. Now, High School for Criminal Justice, for High School for Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice, or High School for Law and Justice, that's the new name. It's a school that does just that. It prepares high school students in the HISD in the Houston area to pursue a career in law enforcement. So this is a very nice event that they have been planning. We have been collaborating with a High School for Law and Justice for some time. You saw last week a broadcast that we had. We had Smoothies with the Cops, again, an event that's relational policing with the students, a moment we had time to exchange in a very informal manner with the kids, a lot of ideas, a lot of questions, a lot of one-on-one. So this day on this program, you will see more of an instructional type of setting where the professionals will speak to the students and they will answer any questions. So accompany me on this journey as we are broadcasting from this amazing courtroom. The judge is about to come in and the show is about to start. Join us and share the program.
All right, my name is Stacey Garcia and I'm the principal at the High School for Law and Justice. Today is Law Day 2022. It is an absolutely spectacular event that we hold once a year. My third year here, only our second time. Of course, due to COVID, we had to pause on that last year. And so what this day is about is it just completely encompasses what we do here as a school. It allows visitors to come in that currently work or used to work or retired or even alumni from our campus that are in law enforcement and criminal justice. And so they come in, we have people from FBI, local police agencies, Port Houston, HPD, Harris County, again, even court reporters, things of that such, coming in, and they're going to be able to meet with our students, rotate through about 3 classrooms. And with that, the engagement is for students to be able to ask questions. So our guests and our presenters are going to speak a little bit about what they do for a living, how they became whatever they do for a living, right? How they got that job. What was the schooling required? Were there any obstacles as a young person that they had to overcome, again, to get in the role that they are now, right? Because we definitely want students to connect with people, knowing that people like them can become successful in careers in law enforcement and criminal justice. And so after those presentations are done, the students will get to ask questions, and then we're going to have some field experiences where kids will be able to go outside. We've got some mobile police units coming. We have a helicopter coming. We have some SWAT coming. We have the equestrian center from HPD bringing some horses. So they're going to get to see a variety of things that are actually hands-on happening in those fields right now. So great hands-on experience for all of our students.
Hi, my name is Diane Peterson. I'm a deputy with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. I am currently assigned to the High-Tech Crime Division, which investigates cyber crimes throughout Houston and Harris County. We are part of the Houston Metro Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, and we work with the 7 or 8 surrounding counties to ensure our children's safety. I've been in law enforcement for almost 30 years. I began my career in the early 90s as a civilian clerk working in the inmate bank. From there, I attended the Harris County Sheriff's Academy Reserves and worked as a reserve for several years before coming back full-time. I worked on patrol for many years, doing all of those cool things you see on TV, from making traffic stops to arrests, drug busts, helping victims of violent crimes, family violence, helping children, runaways, everything that you can think of. The last 4 years, I've been assigned to the High-Tech Crime Division as a deputy investigator. I work undercover. I do chat ops. I do, oh goodness, there's so many facets. The best part of my job is that everything that you can think of law enforcement related, I do. From creating a case file, to doing the entire investigation, to drafting and writing my own search warrants, and even executing my own search warrants. I also get to see my cases all the way through as I make the arrests and even testify in court to ensure that these criminals receive the maximum sentence allowable by law. Some of the crimes that I investigate include child exploitation, children being solicited online, child pornography, the things like internet trackers that get placed on people's vehicles during stalking. Anything and everything that has an internet aspect usually falls into my lap. The job is very, very rewarding. I get to actually interview the suspects that are doing these crimes to children and watch them squirm, see the shoulders drop, the facial expressions as they squeak out a confession, and then we get to use that against them in court. This is one of the most exciting careers that's out there, and I'm blessed to be a part of the HCSO family. So for those of you that would be interested in finding a career in law enforcement, there is numerous agencies in our area. There's Houston Police Department, there are numerous Harris County Constables, there's the Harris County Sheriff's Office, there's also numerous school district police agencies. Find one that's a fit for you, get your career path lined out, try to get some college under your belt, and come be a part of the largest gang known to man, the law enforcement family. We are more than just a job. We are your family. You've seen us when we respond to fallen officers. You've seen us at funerals. You've seen us at benefits. We are family. It is not just a career. It's not just a job. It is everything and more. It is family. Cannot stress that enough. And it is the most rewarding thing you will ever do with your life. Come join us.
Any exciting things that happen in your field, they love all that. But also talk about what your day-to-day schedule looks like. Sorry. So what it's gonna look like is you guys all have a student representative with you, and they're gonna bring you to your classroom. They know exactly where to go. You're gonna have a 30-minute presentation, and students should, or I know that they have questions that they wanna ask you, so please leave some time for a question and answer. And then the students also have little time cards that they'll show you. You know, you have 10 minutes left, you have 15 minutes left, you have 5 minutes left. So be on the lookout for that. And then at the end of it, after you go to your 3 classrooms, you're gonna come back down here, and we have field presentations out in the parking lot that you're more than welcome to come watch and be a part of. Also, take this opportunity, if you are an alumni, to talk to the students about, you know, what you did after HSLJ and what was one of your favorite things that you graduated from here with, or, you know, where you went to higher education. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for coming in. This is so awesome to see all your faces.
Hello, social media. My name is Officer Williams with the Recruitment Division with the Houston Police Department, and we're here today at the High School of Law Enforcement, today talking to the youth. We're encouraging the youth and bridging the gap between police officers and citizens that, to work together. We have to start somewhere, and today we're here planting a seed. That way we can get young officers, they can start early. I was actually able to start at 23 years old. We can get them at 21. That would be awesome. That way they can just learn and know that police officers are human too.
How are you doing, guys? My name is Sergeant Ramos. I'm out with Recruiting Division out here with John Williams, one of the greatest. We're out here trying to find out what is your drive? What is your drive, and what makes you want to become a police officer in the coming future?
Good morning. I'm Deputy Luz Blanco with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. We are here so happy this morning. We're going to meet future law enforcement students. So I'm going to introduce you to my partners.
Hi, good morning. I'm Deputy Magallanes, Harris County Sheriff's Office. On behalf of Ed Gonzalez, Sheriff, and Grupo Unidos, we are so excited to be here this morning in this such a special event, Law Day. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you what I feel every time I put on this uniform, come out here, serve the community. That's what I love to do. Aside many other duties that I have within my everyday job, everyday work, every time I go out there, it's just knowing that if I'm going to go out there and be able to help the community, that is very fulfilling. And that's what we're here for. We want to let the youngsters, the students know, hey, look, this is exactly what it's about, so they can get an idea and they can also have the same feeling and the same go get it. And my God, let's do it.
Good morning. Eliodoro Martinez, also with the Harris County Sheriff's Office with Sheriff Ed Gonzalez. We are all proud and thankful that we were invited to this occasion. It's important to reach out to the students at this age and at this time when there's so much turmoil in this world and in these United States. We need to let them know that law enforcement is here for them. That is our purpose, to make sure that they are able to come to school every day in a safe and secure environment. We need to let them know that we're all a big family, regardless of what department we're with the Sheriff's Department, Houston Police Department, great agency, that we are all one big family. And if they choose to take that challenge, they'll become a part of our family. And we try to drive that to each and every one of them. Thank you.
We are with Unidos. Unidos is a program created by Sheriff Ed Gonzalez to cater the Hispanic community in Spanish. So everything that the department forwards in English, we translate and we make sure the Hispanic community understands changes in the laws, crime prevention, etc. Working hand to hand with Houston Police Department has been a great success for Unidos. We united forces and we were able to reach the Hispanic community and getting them the help that they need, not only from the Sheriff's Office, but also from City of Houston Police Department. In behalf of Sheriff Ed Gonzalez and the entire team of the Sheriff Department, thank you so much. Thank you, HPD. Thank you, constables. Thank you, DPS, for helping Unidos to reach the Hispanic community. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Officer George Guerrero. I've been on the police department for 27 years. I've had the opportunity to work patrol. I've been out at the academy teaching. I've also been out at the airport for a few years, and now I'm in community affairs. The neat thing about this job is there's so many different opportunities for anyone to just join. If you want to be a lawyer, we go join our legal services. If you want to be a canine handler, go join our canine group. So we have so many different opportunities for anybody who's interested in becoming law enforcement. One of the things that I also did on the side is I was on the SWAT team, and that was very interesting. I like to try to stay in shape. I like to try to work out every now and then, and what better way than to join our SWAT team. So like I said, there's so many different opportunities. After 27 years, it's been a great career. Absolutely great career. People talk about the pay, people talk about benefits, people talk about all these things that you think about after the fact. But that is true. It does play a big part, especially if you're big into that. The main thing is to find a job that you like, that you love, and you do the best you can. You take your tactics and you learn from them, and if you can, you keep getting better at those tactics so that you can become a better officer, so you can train people. Or maybe if you just want to promote, you also have the opportunity to promote. We have several different ranks, and the higher you go, the more school you need. So make sure you stay in school, make sure you get your education, make sure you go out and try to get your master's. I've been on 27 years, like I mentioned earlier. Don't ask me why, but I am getting my master's now. I'm in the master's program. Why, I don't know, but it's self-satisfaction for me. And that's what it's all about. So this job has been great. Like I said, it's just been a very rewarding job. Thank y'all very much.
Hello there. My name is Jimmy Avalos, Jr. I'm a detective sergeant with the Port of Houston Police Department. One of the things that I love doing about my job is coming to work every day and investigating cases. what inspires me is to help other officers, whether they need assistance on their reports or file the charges, or any advice on the cases. Why am I here today? I actually graduated from high school from law enforcement in 1989, class of '89. And what brings me back over here is that I want to inspire other students that being a police officer is good. It's okay. It's actually awesome. Because you usually have other people that talk bad about the officers. We're good officers, and you know, just coming doing my job every day. You know, of course, I started off a patrol, and then work myself up to a detective. And of course, I'm the only one there. But you know, it's good to come to work and work on cases and work on backgrounds on officers that like to come to work. I love doing that. And
How you doing? I'm Officer Espinoza. Been with the port for about 6 years now. I love working at the port. I'm next to the water. I see the seagulls flying by and dolphins. One thing I love at the port, it's always different every day. It's not like being out on the streets on patrol. You run into, you work with a lot of different agencies like U.S. Customs, Coast Guard. It's really different from working out on the streets. Most of my calls are accidents or somebody arguing with a security officer, and I just go out there and set things right and get them going.
Hi, I'm Gary Pedotto. Been with the port about 2 months, relatively new. I enjoy being around the water. I enjoy helping people. The port is a great place to work, great people, great environment, and I am on the water. I love being on the water, close to the water. I'm here today because you guys are the future. We're here because of you to get you interested in law enforcement.
Sorry. Hi, my name is Officer Cortez, Port of Houston. I'm on night shift patrol. I've been with the Port of Houston for approximately 8 years now. I love what I do, my job. The Port of Houston is very diversified. We are the hub of the future. All of the commodities come through the Port of Houston. We are integrated. We work with many agencies, Coast Guard, Homeland Security. There's about 250 businesses on our coastline, on our ship channel, and it just keeps on growing. We're the fourth largest port in the region and the #1 port in the Gulf Coast. So it keeps growing, and it's amazing to work here. Why I'm here today, as my partner said, it's the future. These students are the future, and I just want to show them how important it is. Many people don't realize how important the Port of Houston is, but all of commodities, export, import comes through here. So we play a big role in that and keeping the commerce going and flowing, and to secure everything and the people in our port. And thank you.
How you doing? I'm Sergeant Gaines. I'm the night shift sergeant for the Port of Houston. Been with the port going on 13 years. What drives me to the port is just coming to work every day, knowing that the different people you get to meet. It's not always that you think you mess with criminals and all that. You meet other people, you talk to other people, you try to keep everybody safe. I think, our main job is to everybody be safe their job and go home safely, okay? Always our motto is, to do your job correctly and make sure that everyone and every family be home safe and their loved ones. I love this job. I've been here. I've been at the port, like I said, 13 years. We're going to be 13 years, and I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. And hopefully, I can stay here as long as I can. But I'm here mainly because I want the students to know that there's other options in life. You don't have to, it's just law enforcement, maritime. There's other options you have. People don't. When I grew up, a lot of people didn't know about maritime. You didn't know about the Port of Houston. You didn't know the other things that's going on at the port. So I want to encourage them and show them that you can do other things. You got the port police, what we do, what our daily job is, and to tell them about being an ILA worker or being a captain of a ship or being anything that's dealing with maritime. And hopefully, I can inspire them to continue to do better in life.
My name is Diana Montemayor. I'm representing the Port of Houston Dispatching Department. A shout out to all those dispatchers that we are some hardworking people. The call starts with us, and most of the time it ends with us as well. Y'all want to check out our mobile command center? Follow me. As you can see, there's 3 different stations that can operate at any given time. It is in a form of an emergency. We have CAD, we have cameras, phone system, radio system, and we operate as a support to an emergency situation. I've been with the port for 2 years, and I totally enjoy what I do. I've always had a passion for criminal justice. Unfortunately, I wasn't a cop, but this is the next best thing to it. My passion is investigations, and hopefully one day I can assist in the investigation part of the Port of Houston. Anybody that's going into law enforcement, dispatching is a beginning, and it should be something that can be started, because that way you will be able to find out how the call starts and what a dispatcher has to go through once that phone rings. I enjoy being that friendly voice, whether it's in English or in Spanish. I'm one of the bilingual dispatchers there, and I love assisting anybody that needs the assistance. We have a lot of issues there. We dispatch fire department, we dispatch our hazmat unit, we dispatch our police department, and any other mutual aid that is required in any given emergency. So working for the port is probably the best thing I've ever done, and I'm not a spring chicken. So a day at Port of Houston Dispatch Department, it's never the same. You can walk in, and the moment you are actually signing on, it's one call after another after another. It could be from an easy minor accident, it could be from a crane accident, it could be someone that has driven into the water, and you have to be able to disseminate and prioritize what the call is. Obviously, somebody going into the water is something that is very urgent. Our best line is to save everyone's life and make it as positive outcome in any given call. One thing that is dear to my heart is one situation when someone decides to take their life, and you're part of the investigation or you're part of the video reviewing, and it will forever mark my life. Apart from working in dispatch, I've also worked at hospitals, so seeing it from a dispatch perspective definitely gives it a different tone in my life. So dispatch is very important. It is the friendly voice at the end of someone that's needing help, and it's up to us to give them the help as soon as and as fastly as possible. Give them the assistance that they require. I wish that when I was in high school they had this type of school. So I encourage, education is a key to success. Consistency is a key to success. So dispatching could be your stepping stone to being the best police officer out there, the best investigator out there, the best crime scene investigator. So dispatching is a key, and it's a stepping stone to anything you want to do in criminal justice. This could be something you can take and be able to decide what is it that you want to do with criminal justice. But being in criminal justice high school is the best thing there is. And I encourage anyone that wants to be in criminal justice, start with dispatching, because that way you'll know where the call starts. And you will be the one taking care of it if you become a police officer. So whatever you do, don't stop going to school, don't stop learning, keep on learning. Remember, learning and knowledge is power.
Check. Good morning, everybody. My name is Officer McKinney with HIZ Police Department's Core Unit, and I got my good friend,
Officer Morgan. And again, I'm a part of the community outreach with Officer McKinney, and CORE stands for Community Outreach Responsive Engagement. And we're here at Law Enforcement High School for this great community event. It's all about community policing, reaching out to the community and bridging the gap. And we're here to do that today and talk to the kids just about our day-to-day in law enforcement and talk to them about this, the future, what they want to do and why this might be an appealing job for them.
Awesome. Man, as always, we just love to spread love the HIZPD Core way.
Absolutely.
You guys don't have anything to do? Come check us out. If not, we're coming to a school near you. Let's go. We're signing out. Officer Morgan?
Yes, sir.
All right.
My name is Officer Bertha Narvaez. We are obviously from the Houston Police Department. We patrol South Central Patrol Station. So if some of you that are familiar with it, do you know where the substation is? Like if you're going on the free, do you know your freeways like up on 288, 45, and you see a patrol station right there? That's us right there. So this school is actually part of our district. This is my partner, Officer Anderson. And like I said, we're the community service officers here. What does that necessarily mean? So we'll dive into that because I know we're pressed on time. So basically, I'm gonna just go ahead and give you a very raw version of why I joined the police force. I was first introduced to the law enforcement side because my aunt was found shot and killed in her hair salon, and her body was discovered by my mother and grandmother. To this day remains a cold case. So fast forward to that, my family members lived an alternative lifestyle. What I mean by that is that they were influenced by the easy money of drugs and gangs and all that jazz. So I decided to be, cliche, part of the solution instead of part of the problem. So I actually succumbed all of my surroundings or my environment, right? And I decided to do that. So when I come out here, I know what it's like, to have justice not served, right? Because to this day remains a cold case. Have no idea why they shot and killed my aunt, if it was a robbery, if it was planned, no earthly idea, right? And on top of that, I've been exposed, quote unquote, to say that I know what it's like to be around that lifestyle of having easy money. And I can tell you one thing, you're gonna get caught up in it, right? So I have family members, unfortunately, that got caught up in it.
That might be living over your head, but when I was little, I think in elementary school, we all had the dare officer. He'll come to the campus, he'll give us like the little dare t-shirts and stuff. We had to do the little dare creed, and we're trying to bring that back to the district. Actually, we are bringing that back. We just started last year. In middle school and high school, we do mentorship programs. And that's really myself, Officer McKinney's like favorite thing to do because we're able to just speak life and love to a lot of kids. Speaking of that, knocked to high school for law enforcement. Graduated from Westside in 2006. I really didn't think I still wanted to be a police officer. I really did not know what I wanted to do once I graduated high school. Which most of y'all kind of still deciding where y'all want to be. Police officer, a lawyer, I'm sure just so criminal justice. So I just stuck with it.
Now those, you have a college graduate coming into the program, and their pay scale is going to go after year after year after year, and they were going to be very much rewarded. We do provide you with the vehicle, we do provide you with the government phone, but that just means availability. So on top of our salary, you get what's considered law enforcement availability pay. That in turn is 25% on top of your base pay. So that in turn is very rewarding. Depending on what area you're in, you get your cost of living incentive. We're very family friendly, we are very rewarding, and the biggest small family out there. And I don't want to bore you all with this, but he's going to talk about the judicial security because protecting our federal judges is very important.
Yes, so since the Marshal Service has been around, we've protected many federal judges. I think we've had a total of 7.
Well, when you love what you do, you don't have to, it's not work. You know, I had a job in oil and gas where I made more and I hated it. But being here, I felt like I was made for this job.
Last time we went over lapses that might occur, and we focused on thought lapses, feeling lapses, and behavioral lapses.
Have to. You got the rims, looks good, you know, got it clean, got it washed. So guys, you guys are at the age where you can get in trouble for not even knowing what's in your vehicle, right? Who you ride with, right? So say we at the Galleria. We at the Galleria having a good time. You know, I got my J's on, you know, I'm walking through. Window shopping, 'cause I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money on window shopping, right? On window shopping, I ain't got no money. So you go in the store. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to pick somebody else?
No, let's switch teams.
No, you good. He's driving. He's driving. So you go in the store. Y'all go in the store. Y'all all having a good time. Unbeknownst to you guys, take something from the store, right? Somebody in the store sees her take something, right? Somebody sees it and she walks out. They get to the car. Mind you, people have already been watching you guys walk to the car. Hey, they let the officer go outside. Hey, somebody just stole somebody in the store. So, what the officer sound when you get behind the car? How does the sound go? I'm not gonna say wheel.
That's just one of the things that you do as a police officer. You know your community, know your people, know everybody around you. You at least try to. Any questions so far? We good? Hey, I got some good stories. No, he was actually guilty. He was actually guilty because he committed the crime at 16. He got 40 years because he was through what's it called, the Texas Youth Commission, TYC. So they gave him 40 years because he wasn't considered an adult yet. So they gave him 40 years. 40 years. And so that was, 20 years ago? So he still has 20 more years to go. But, you know, he'll be 56, so he'll still be young. Hopefully he picks up a trade. Maybe he picks something up in prison, and he comes out and does everything.
Run up a curve, they'll actually hit a couple things, and then that's when the security guard will call. And I have to say, my officers, you know, especially Officer Cortez, she gets there, she's done it so many times. She goes through everything she has to do, and by the time I make the scene, because I'm the sergeant at night, I make the scene, she just tell me what she got, what she's doing, blah, blah, blah. I sign off on, okay, and my job is to make sure she does everything she has to do in order and to protect the court too. So she does well, she does it too many times, and she goes with it. And then I report and all that from there. Like, that's the reason why we get a lot of DWIs at the Port of Houston, because they think it's a toll work.
The port also has a mobile command unit. Y'all get to sit outside
And if you see the mobile command unit, it drives up in your neighborhood, or you see it and it drives up in the area, then I would suggest you go the other way. It's bad. It's not there for sinners. I mean, something is going on, and they,
With law enforcement, once you go through school and everything, of course, you're gonna follow criminal justice degree plan, right? And I always tell people, I learned the hard way, but I learned. So now I know with the criminal justice degree, you can do so many things. You can go from social worker, probation officer, you can become a police officer. Eventually, if you want to go through the law side, which is you can become a judge, or an attorney, and then eventually become a judge as well. I mean, there's just so many options out there. That's the reason why I was asking. I'm in school presently. I'm working on my bachelor's degree, which I should be done next semester. And once I do that, I kind of have a plan already, but I have a plan A and a plan B. One is, once I get my bachelor's, do I want to go to law school and become an attorney? Sure, why not? I mean, it's within the law, and everything that I've learned throughout the years, it's kind of like in the back of me, just take all that knowledge and go to school. 60 days in, scared straight, those are completely different. Yes, so orange is the new black, you can correlate that, yes. Our uniforms have changed, but those were the uniforms. What else? I don't think I've seen that either. Okay. So I was fortunate enough to work with juveniles. When I worked in state prison, we had a wing of juvenile offenders. I have not watched those shows, and I never thought that I would work with female offenders either. And I get to Houston, and we have female inmates, so now I have to learn their policy, female inmates. I have to learn that now when I've never had that before. You got a question? Another one? Yes. What else?
We are about to close this program, Community Shield of the Houston Police Department. We are at High School for Law and Justice. It's been an amazing day. We've been visiting with all the presenters in every single one of those classrooms. We have police officers from the Houston Police Department, Sheriff's Office. We got the Port of Houston. We got FBI agents. We got U.S. Marshals. We got dispatchers.
Forensics.
The whole forensics, and we got some alumni in here.
Yes, absolutely. So, that's one great thing definitely to see is people come back to the school that they graduated from. Of course, that's not the majority of what's here, but it's just been amazing even to walk around, hear the questions that the students are asking, the engagement, the all just kind of listening to people who are telling their stories about what they do, right? That are span much broader than the actual staff that we have here and the teachers they have under CTE. So definitely, just seeing that engagement, that hands-on is so amazing. We've had a whole year without doing this, and a group of kids who have never experienced it before. So 2 grade levels, 9th and 10th. I'm so excited they're getting to do that. But again, the biggest component for me is actually being able to talk to those people, right? So it goes way beyond what we can learn on the internet through videos and all of that. And then especially the hands-on portion of this, which is, that's SWAT, and maybe putting a vest on, seeing what that feels like, the heaviness of it, and looking at all the different equipment that people have to use, right, to do these jobs. But it's been absolutely fascinating.
We got more equipment outside of the school. It looks like a SWAT scene. We want to thank Chief Pete Lopez of HISD for allowing us to be here. Our Chief Troy Finner for believing in Community Shield. To all the officers from the different agencies that are participating in Law Day, thank you so much for watching this program, Community Shield. We'll see you next Wednesday.